Welcome back to Jungle Warfare, where today we bring you an unbelievable episode. The tiger faced hyenas and tore into one without warning. The jungle holds stories more savage than any battlefield. But what unfolded one night shook even the silence of the wild. Picture this. Under the pale glow of the moon, shadows moved across the dry grass. A tiger, muscles coiled like a spring, emerged from the trees with burning eyes fixed on the land ahead. The air was tense, thick with hunger and danger. Suddenly, a cackle split the night hyenas. A pack of them lurked at the edges, their laughter echoing like a sinister warning. Most would assume the hyenas had cornered their rival, but what followed was nothing short of shocking. The tiger lowered its head, ears flat, and in one swift movement, lunged forward. The jungle gasped, dust exploded beneath his paws as he charged straight at the hyenas. Startled, they scattered, but one wasn't fast enough. With a roar that shook the ground, the tiger struck, claws sinking deep as the hyena screamed. This wasn't a fight for territory anymore, it was raw survival. The jungle stood frozen, the air filled with growls, yelps, and the sound of bodies colliding in a blur of fury. The tiger fought like a whirlwind, each movement precise, powerful, driven by instincts honed over years in the wild. His target was clear, the hyena pinned against the tree, its yelps echoing the fear it felt. But the pack wasn't idle. They circled back, darting in with quick bites, their sharp teeth aiming for the tiger's flanks. Despite the cuts, the tiger pressed on, his ferocity unmatched. He twisted, he bit back, and with each move, drove the hyenas further away. Each snarl, each snap of teeth, each thud of heavy paws on the ground told a tale of struggle, of survival, and of the raw power that pulsed through the heart of the jungle that night. This wasn't just a fight, it was a testament to the will to live, to dominate. The tiger, a symphony of muscle and might, danced with deadly grace, his orange and black stripes blurring in a deadly rhythm. Every lunge, every bite was a brush with death. Yet amidst the chaos, the tiger was composed. His eyes, twin embers of determination, never wavered. Meanwhile, the hyenas, creatures of cunning and endurance, fought as a unit. Their numbers were their strength, their bites and scratches relentless. They harassed, they exhausted, hoping to outlast the tiger's bursts of power. The jungle became a battleground. The night a crucible where only the strongest could claim victory. But the tiger was a force of nature, unleashed. With a final earth-shaking roar, he sent the lead hyena sprawling. Its screams abruptly cut short. It was a sight both brutal and breathtaking. The tiger, bathed in the silver moonlight, stood tall amidst the chaos, a silhouette of power against the dark backdrop of the trees. Around him, the undergrowth was a tableau of the struggle. The hyenas scattered, whimpering and licking their wounds. In the wake of that earth-shattering roar, a profound hush fell over the jungle, broken only by the ragged breathing of the victor. It was a moment etched in the annals of the wild, a testament to the raw power and unyielding spirit of the Bengal tiger. The very essence of the jungle held its breath in awe, acknowledging the supremacy of the predator that ruled the night. As dawn broke, painting the sky with hues of gold and crimson, the echoes of the previous night's battle still lingered in the air. The jungle, ever resilient, was healing, the wounded leaves unfurling, the streams babbling their timeless tunes. But there was a new awareness, a deference to the silent ruler who had once again asserted his dominance. In the grand narrative of the jungle, tales like these are not mere anecdotes. They are chapters that define the unwritten laws, the fierce hierarchy where strength, strategy, and survival intertwine. This was a night when the tiger roared, reminding all who heard his call that in the wild symphony, he was the crescendo of power. Now, while tigers are celebrated for their solitary existence, there are instances when they defy this norm, engaging in epic battles that shake the foundations of their wild kingdom. Such was the case of the tiger that dared to challenge the very core of the hyena clan, a showdown that left an indelible mark on the balance of power in the wild. In the dense embrace of the Indian jungle, where ancient trees whispered secrets older than time, there lived a tigress. Her stripes were her armor, her eyes twin pools of emerald fire, reflecting the untamed spirit that coursed through her veins. She was a phantom of the night, a whisper of danger, a legend in her own right. But tonight, the stars seemed to mock her solitude, for she was not alone in the vast wilderness. A cackle, harsh and grating, shattered the evening calm. From the shadows emerged a hyena, its grin a grotesque parody of a smile, revealing teeth that glinted like shards of bone in the fading light. The tigress narrowed her eyes, her muscles coiling like springs ready to unleash. The hyena's intrusion was a challenge, an invasion of her solitary domain, and she would make it pay dearly for its audacity. With a flick of her tail and a low growl that rumbled in her chest, she was ready to defend her turf. Her claws extended, her fangs bared, and with a sudden burst of speed that belied her lithe form, she was upon the hyena before it could react. The forest floor became a canvas of swirling dust as the two predators clashed, their bodies slamming into each other like colliding phantoms. The tigress was a whirlwind of orange and black, her paws a blur of lethal grace. The hyena, caught off guard, could only yelp in surprise as the tigress pressed her attack. Her strength was undeniable, her ferocity unmatched. The hyena, sensing the impending doom, desperately tried to flee, but the tigress was relentless. She chased it through the tangled undergrowth, her lithe body weaving effortlessly between the trees. Finally, the hyena, cornered and defeated, collapsed, its laughter silenced by the grim reality of its fate. But the tigress did not stop. She had tasted the thrill of the chase, the surge of adrenaline, and she wanted more. News of the tigress's ferocious battle spread through the jungle grapevine, reaching the ears of the hyena clan. Enraged by their comrades' defeat, a dozen, Hyenas, their eyes blazing with vengeful fire, descended on the tigress's domain. The tigress, unfazed by their numbers, stood her ground, her growl echoing the challenge. She was ready to face them all. The ensuing battle was a spectacle of raw power and untamed fury. The hyenas, with their sharp teeth and relentless attacks, seemed like an endless wave crashing against the tigress's steadfast defense. But she held her ground, her claws flashing, her teeth gnashing, her eyes never losing their fierce focus. Yet despite her valiant efforts, the hyena's sheer numbers began to take their toll. The tigress, though powerful, could only hold out for so long against such a relentless onslaught. As the night wore on, she found herself slowly losing ground. The hyenas, sensing her fatigue, redoubled their attacks, pushing her to the edge of her strength. Just when it seemed the hyenas would overwhelm the tigress, a sudden rustle in the bushes startled them all. Emerging from the shadows was a magnificent Bengal tiger, his stripes glowing like burnished gold in the moonlight. With a deafening roar that shook the very foundations of the jungle, he charged into the fray. The sight of their formidable leader reinvigorated the tigress. With renewed strength, she fought alongside her mate, their combined power turning the tide of the battle. The hyenas, taken aback by the tiger's arrival, found themselves on the defensive. The tiger, with his commanding presence and unmatched ferocity, led the charge. His roars echoed through the night, striking fear into the hearts of the hyenas. What followed was a display of raw power and untamed fury. The tiger and the tigress fought as one, their movements synchronized, their attacks relentless. The hyenas, despite their numbers, were no match for the combined might of the royal couple. One by one, they were driven back, their confident cackles replaced by whimpers of fear. Finally, with a last defiant yelp, the hyenas fled, disappearing into the dark recesses of the jungle. The tiger and the tigress stood victorious, their muscles rippling beneath their sleek coats, their eyes gleaming with triumph in the silver moonlight. They had defended their territory, their pride, their very essence. The jungle erupted in applause, the rustling leaves, the chirping crickets, all celebrating the indomitable spirit of the royal Bengal tiger and his tigress. As the night deepened and the stars twinkled overhead, the tiger and the tigress stood together, their silhouettes etched against the moonlit sky, a testament to their courage, their strength, and their unbreakable bond. The echoes of their roars reverberated through the ancient trees, a reminder to all who lived in the wild that in the heart of the jungle, the tiger reigns supreme. The Bengal tiger, the majestic ruler of the jungle, is known for its solitary and elusive nature. However, there are rare instances when these magnificent creatures come into conflict, challenging the very core of the hyena clan. Such was the case of the tiger that dared to face the wrath of the entire clan, leading to a battle that shook the foundations of the wild. Picture this, a moonlit night in the heart of the Indian jungle, where the air is thick with anticipation. On one side stands the tiger, a symbol of raw power and untamed beauty. On the other, a hyena clan, notorious for their cunning and ferocity. The stage is set for a clash of titans, a battle for supremacy. The hyenas, driven by their insatiable hunger, encroach upon the tiger's territory. This intrusion does not go unnoticed. With a thunderous roar that echoes through the dense foliage, the tiger makes his presence known. The challenge has been issued, and the hyenas, never ones to back down from a confrontation, accept the dare. What follows is a display of primal fury as the tiger, with his razor-sharp claws and powerful jaws, takes on the entire hyena clan. The hyenas, agile and relentless, attack in packs, their sharp teeth and powerful jaws tearing at the tiger's flanks. The battle rages, a whirlwind of fur, teeth, and claw. The ground trembles with each impact. The air grows heavy with the scent of musk and determination. Despite being outnumbered, the tiger fights with the tenacity of a cornered lion. His every move is a testament to his strength, his agility, and his unwavering courage. Yet the hyenas, with their sheer numbers and stamina, continue to press their attack, hoping to wear down the mighty beast. As the battle reaches its climax, the tiger, wounded but not defeated, unleashes a final, earth-shattering roar. This is his stand, his moment of truth. The hyenas, sensing his unyielding spirit, hesitate for a moment. In that brief pause, the tiger makes his move. With a burst of adrenaline, he retaliates, driving the hyenas back. And as they retreat, the tiger lets out another deafening roar, asserting his dominance over the frightened clan. The hyenas, defeated and demoralized, flee into the darkness, leaving the tiger victorious but weary amidst the chaos and carnage of the battle. The tiger emerges as the undisputed champion, a symbol of resilience and power. His wounds serve as a reminder of the ferocity of the battle, but also of his indomitable spirit. The clash between the tiger and the hyena clan is not just a tale of physical prowess, but also of strategy, endurance, and the unbreakable will to survive. It is a story that echoes through the ages, a testament to the raw power and untamed spirit of the wild. So next time you find yourself captivated by the allure of the wild, remember the tales of courage, strength, and resilience that unfold in the heart of the jungle. For it is there, amidst the symphony of nature, that legends are born and the true spirit of the wild runs free. If you find our videos educational and entertaining, please consider supporting us. Your support will help us to produce more great content. Thanks for watching. See you next time.